of the future. Because we are saying that you use the present to predict what? I can't tell you. We use the present to predict what? The future. So when we look at your present behavior, present performance, present conduct, what future are we looking at? We have said we are not wishing. Everybody wishes. I wish to be an author. And you have not even written one sentence today except an SMS. Let me tell you, using the current affairs, you will only remain a person who wishes to be an author. That's your future. If you are planning to get employed and settle down, but you are not working hard in college, you may receive that exam again, and your employment will keep shifting from 2025 to 26 to 27 because the present is used to predict what? The present is used to predict what? Asking for the third time. The present is used to predict what? The future. We can look at the way you are dating. You are dating with people ambao wanavuka bangi. And we can predict in the future. Tukisikia kwa news kwamba kuna mtu spouse wake amemkata kichwa, probability ya wewe kuwa kwa hiyo category is very high. Kwa sababu mtu anavuka bangi ya fikiri yake vizuri, na huyo ndio unaona mapenzi imeiva. We can predict using your current love affairs. We can predict how happy or sad you will be in the future. Using the current affairs. Yaani tunaangalia tu maisha yako sasa hivi na tunasema huyu na hii kelele mimba mbili kamsimamisha, mimba mbili na wanaume tofauti tofauti, watoto sura tofauti tofauti, hapo ndio anashikia break. Na hii kelele we can predict that tukiangalia leo huyu asikii atasimamishiwa mbele hapo. Na mimba mbili ya watu tofauti ambao hawajulikani na hata yeye anataka kuambia watu hao ni nani. Kwa sababu wana sura mbaya, tabia mbaya, hawana pesa, hawana mbele, hawana nyuma. Hivi nauliza, what is your prediction of your coming what? What's your prediction of your coming what? Future. What's your prediction of your coming what? That's what I came to ask. Wacha nisome Bible verse. Hiyo ni maoni yangu hapa. Luke chapter 12, verse 54 to 56. 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 Sometimes after I've repeated the verse 70 times, when I finish, somebody turns to the neighbor after and they say, and I've just repeated 70 times. So my Bible free Bible. So my Bible, everybody just read our free Bible. He is Jesus. He also said to the crowds, when you see a cloud rising in the west, right away you say, and so it does. Very interesting that when you look at the west and you see the cloud, you tell everybody, guys, get inside the house. A storm is doing what? It's coming. And what happens? The storm comes. Let's continue. And when you see the south wind is blowing, you say it's going to be hot. It's going to be scorcher. Why are we using this funny language? And when ye see the south wind, ye say there will be what? And it comes to pass. So when you see the south wind, you say, well, it's going to be very hot. And what happens? Anymore? Let's continue. Yeah. Yeah. Never yeah. Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this? That the Greek version in hypocrites! Exclamation mark. Now, when you read like an educated person, that's not to look up since 1912. When you see exclamation mark, you can say hypocrites. If you say that, you can put one here, but it's better. But when you see exclamation mark, what do you say? Yes, what is an exclamation mark? Hypocrites. You know how to interpret the appearance of the earth and sky, but why don't you know how to interpret this time? Jesus is saying, you can predict many things. Some of you even know which team will win the Premier League next year. Some of you know even who will win the European League or whatever league. You know, but you cannot predict your own future. And what Jesus is saying, are you okay? You are there saying, MCA or what you know politics very well. You can even predict the president. You can predict the governor. You can predict the MP, but you cannot predict your KCS. You cannot predict your KCS results. You cannot predict your net results, but you can predict everything. And Jesus says something is wrong with you. If you can interpret the clouds and say it will rain, and yet you can't interpret what these classes will do to you, then Jesus says, hypocrites! You can predict what will happen to crops without fertilizer, but you can't predict what will happen when every prep time you are sleeping, you are on the phone, you are chatting with everybody all over the world, you are not studying, but you are not able to predict what will happen to you. Prep time you are talking. Talk to this one, talk to the other one, talk to the next one, talk to another. That's your prep time. And you can predict that man, you will not get the car. You have a good prediction. But how can you predict you are talking during class, talking in every class? How comes you can't predict your own future? That's what Jesus is saying in that verse. He's saying, you guys are good at predicting everything. How can you predict your own circumstances? And that's why I come to ask you, friends, what is your prediction of your coming future? What is your future when you get addicted to drugs? We had somebody who came here and talked to us about drug abuse. Do you remember? You remember he came and talked about drug abuse, and I talked that evening. Why can't you predict your future if your friends are smoking? Because when I smoke in this building, all become secondary smokers without you smoking. Because I smoke, it goes into me, but I also blow out and you breathe in. Then you say, no, my friend does smokes, but I don't smoke. Both of you smoke. Both of you smoke. You live with somebody who is taking the bounty. You are in the same house. So they smoke, they take it in, but they do not in the air. You also breathe it. There you go. The very effects that we are talking about here the other week about drugs will affect you. How comes you can't predict your future? I have come to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, that because our school is where we prepare for the future, let us predict our what? I can't tell you, let us predict our what? Let's predict our future.